Hey everyone, my name is Tim Wall, and today I will be instructing you on how to properly squat, going over the prime movers, common mistakes, and proper breathing patterns involved. The squat is the most popular exercise used by athletes and fitness enthusiasts around the world. There is evidence describing its use for improving lower body, muscular endurance, strength, muscle size, and power. It is important to note the variations of a squat exercise that exist to maximize 1 repetition maximums or 1 RPMs, such as the wide stance with toe out posture or feet driving to the ground. This posture will reduce the amount of hip and knee flexion involved, including ankle dorsiflexion needed to reach a full depth as you are going down. The barbell squat is a compound multi-joint exercise designed to target many muscles of the lower body. The primary joint actions that occur include eccentric or lowering phase, hip flexion, knee flexion, and ankle dorsiflexion. The concentric or lifting phase includes the hip extension, knee extension, and ankle plantar flexion as your feet are hitting the ground. Today I will be showing you a standard standing barbell back squat. We will set up our squat rack, noting our simulated squat rack, noting the barbell adjusted to chest level on the rack. It is important to have that bar at chest level because too many times people have had that bar raised too high or too low that they could potentially injure themselves while coming up to your toes to lift the bar if it's adjusted too high, or bending down if it's too low with a lot of weight on it. It can be a lot for your knees. And having that at chest height will allow you to pull down as you are grabbing that bar, creating a lot of tension, and allow yourself to stand up without having to go down and come back up. For safety, make sure you have your collars set on your bar. Today I don't have any collars, but essentially think about collars on that bar because the collars will prevent any of the weights that are on it from slipping off if you are lowering or raising that bar and potentially further injuring yourself or others involved around you. Whether getting under the barbell, you need to create a lot of attention on your upper and lower body to create stiffness in our form. It will help out tremendously as we put weight on it. As I'm going to be demonstrating with the bar at chest level, we will now begin to squat. Once the bar is adjusted to your shoulders, make sure you are squeezing your shoulders and allow that barbell just to rest right on your shoulders. If you are having that bar coming a little bit up, hinged up, you'll be resting on your spine, and it will create a lot of pain and pressure as you are going down the squat. So make sure, as seen in the video, that you are having that barbell just right at your shoulders and creating a little rack. Next, in a comfortable position, we want to have our fingers placed on that barbell in proper form, having your thumb either over the barbell, creating sort of a loop effect, or on top, whatever feels more comfortable. But make sure you have a very firm grip on it if you're not using gloves, just so you don't slip off the weight or essentially drop it. Next, we will have the bar placed on with the weights, simulated weights, and we will now begin to squat. So with the barbell, we will step back 2 feet. Make sure you're keeping a very wide stance. And now, as we are going down, we will want to have our knees extended out and not straight ahead because we won't have a full range of motion as we are going down if you're keeping yourself straight. Also have your toes pointed out a little bit, not too much, so we can also have that full range effect as we are going down and coming back up with the weight. Now we will slowly begin the movement to squat by hinging your hips, keeping your knees out slightly. And from here, take a deep breath, not through your chest, but through your core. You will know if you're getting a good breath in your core if you feel your stomach rise when you're inhaling. Rise when you're exhaling, and then going back when you're inhaling. Now, with the proper breath form technique, we will begin our squat with the bar adjusted, fingers in proper placement. We will now extend our knees out and toes. Give a deep breath right at your gut. Ready? Now make sure when you're down here, you are keeping your back a little bit straight and a little bit at a slight angle, not to arch back forth, and make sure you're keeping your butt out and go all the way down to where you feel comfortable, and then slowly come back up. You make sure you want to keep a little bit lower, right where you feel comfortable, so you don't have all that weight on you so much, and so you can rise back up properly. Once we stand back up straight from our starting position, make sure you keep yourself in proper position standing up, checking both sides, seeing if you're balanced correctly. You don't want to be too off because you won't be getting a proper form and not getting any use out of this squat. And now we'll take 2 steps back forward and re-racking our weight, and make sure as we're re-racking, we're also keeping it at chest level and not lowering it and re-racking or going back up and higher re-racking. You want it right back at chest level like we started. And make sure as you're re-racking that you want to hear a click, or just check both sides to make sure that weight is racked. And once it's racked, you can then take off the barbell and place it properly on and step back. And this all includes my proper video on how to squat. And I thank you for joining me today. And I hope you have a good night.